Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Johnny Go Vroom. This week I'm feeling just a little bit scattered, guys. I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, and each of them, as I was thinking about them, felt like a eureka idea. And then after I thought about it for a few minutes, I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to waste their time if I just make it about this idea or if I make it about just this idea. And so I decided that this week we were going to just do like a Mudpie, just kind of like a bunch of thoughts, pulp fiction, if you will. Multiple updates, ideas, reflections, some commentary, and yeah, we're gonna get into it right after this message. I just wanted to thank NextGen Mobility so much for making it easy and possible for me to purchase this Extreme Bull rocket that I've got right here. Had a little bit of firmware issue. They helped me out ASAP. Everything was super duper easy, really quick communication. Thank you so much, Rob Vale. If you guys want an Extreme Bull rocket just like this with the same customer service that I have gotten used to and absolutely love, then check out NextGen Mobility. So I wanted to talk about brain health and your helmet mirror. I know it sounds like a crazy thing, but I remember hearing that whenever you looked into your periphery pretty hardcore, that you would end up getting some activation in your vagus nerve. And then I got to thinking about this study that I saw about like forward ambulation and about how like that was really good for your mental health and stuff like that. And then I got to thinking about it and I was like, man, I actually feel a little bit more relaxed in a strange way ever since I started using this dang rearview mirror. And maybe it's because of the peace of mind of just being able to like look and check what's behind you and not constantly be nervous about what's like behind you. But maybe that's like an extension of what this whole vagus nerve thing does, right? So the peripheral visual engagement, we know this for a fact that it activates the vagus nerve, and that connects your vision to your heart rate and relaxation response. Now, whenever you stimulate the vagus nerve, it improves motor learning, it reduces inflammation. I don't know how, guys. And it supports neuroplasticity. And I can only guess about that stuff. I'm not like a neuroscientist, so I don't really know why, right? So that means like when you're riding an EUC, your nervous system is more or less being gently stimulated in a way that supports like focus, calm, and adaptability to what you're going through in life, if you just kind of think about that stuff as you're riding. So then this ambulation thing, right? So forward motion, that's what ambulation is. It's one of the brain's oldest organizing principles. Movement literally drives neural activity and cognitive health, okay? So aerobic exercises like walking, forward, because that's what I'll tell you, walk, or jogging, is proven to increase your neurotrophic factors, and that supports memory and attention. Combining movement with cognitive load, i.e. like scanning the mirrors, managing your balance on the electronic unicycle, watching for traffic, pedestrian, stuff like that, that provides even greater benefit than exercise alone. So like riding your EUC with your helmet mirror is no longer just transportation. It's like a moving brain workout of sorts. And when you combine that motor activity plus the visual training plus the vagus activation, you get this magical recipe for uber stimulation that's so good for you. So, I mean, I already knew like EUCs engage my full body, my core, my pelvic floor. I've never had something work my pelvic floor like this does. It's great for stability and all that stuff. I didn't realize that though this mirror, that adding the mirror would be such a huge boon to a bunch of weird things. Like literally adding the mirror stimulates that vagus nerve just because you're in that periphery so far, and if you're doing it regularly, then you are getting that work. You're feeling your eyes dig into the edge of your periphery, so you're increasing that calm, that resilience. You're training that peripheral vision to get that faster reaction time, constantly being aware of anything and everything that could surprise you on the horizon. And then you get that wonderful ambulatory benefit. So you get that neuroplasticity, the ability to change your mind, and a little bit sharper mind because you're constantly working that ambulation through space and really sorting out your reality. And yeah, guys, so I know it's woo-woo, but that's why I didn't want to give it its own episode. Just wanted to talk about it. I noticed some weird stuff ever since I started using a mirror, and I don't know. Am I the only one? Let me know in the comments down below if you've noticed any kind of like weird extra focus things or weird extra calming things that you feel like that mirror has helped to provide for you. If not, then also call me a fool, because that's entirely cool as well. So what do we know about the Begode Race? I really wish that Kibi and Faye would communicate more with people in mass, or at least communicate with YouTubers, vloggers, with somebody, and kind of let somebody know what's going on. But you know, they have been using these this chat bot to communicate with people, and everybody seems to be getting a pretty consistent time frame. So, you know, from the launch time to as of today, you see people that are talking, you know, 55 days and then 45 days as far as transit time for the Begode Race. We see that they have had production pictures that they've posted. They said that the first 100 are complete and offline, ready to send. So that's inspiring. That brings us a little bit of hope, gives us a little bit of faith. Additionally, we have units that are spotted on the ground in California. Maribel Vargas, she has one in a short that she just posted, and she didn't seem super critical in that short, but she hasn't had it for super duper long period of time, so only time will tell. But again, first 100 units are offline. It does look like Begode. I have a friend, you know, I got a couple relationships with different distributors, and it looks like Begode is still taking care of warranty work and replacement parts. So it doesn't look like they have abandoned their distributors and completely said goodbye and tried to destroy everybody's economy and ecosystem. I know that it's going to be hard for some people, but it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. They're at least trying to do. They're definitely still taking care of people, still supporting local dealers and customers. We do, however, have like a lot of people that have been posting lately, abusing their wheels, and then, you know, kind of slamming Begode online in their forums. And Begode leaves these posts up, so you get a lot of inflammatory commentary on their social media. And I don't necessarily think that that's fair. I think it's important to balance criticism with recognition of the ongoing support that they are providing and their dedication to trying to make this thing happen, man. They're not, you know, they're not trying to ruin people's lives here. They're just trying to provide wheels that are fun to ride and that we can all enjoy. And there's no reason, I have no reason to believe that new tariffs will impact the Begode wheels. However, I do think there is one distributor who may be preparing legal paperwork, and you know, there's a couple of reasons why they could do that. So they could be going the legal route and trying to sue Begode, or they could be going kind of a snarky route and just ratting them out to customs, and we can see how that works out. I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, at this point in the game, you got to recognize that there's, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line in inventory that is still being held on location for some of these distributors, and for future sales that these distributors may have planned on with their business model, with hiring people, and you know, so there's a lot going on, guys. But yeah, the Begode Race update. I'm excited, still very excited about that wheel. Lots of power, lots of go, and oh boy, the EUC world is pretty spicy. And speaking of spicy, we have the InMotion P6. So that wheel is shaping up to be a serious nightmare for the game. That wheel is shaping up to be a reckoning. And what you need to understand, guys, is this is just going to be a Sherman-L competitor of a wheel. This is not meant to be the fastest wheel on the planet. They still have a racing wheel on the way. Let that settle in. Let that settle in. I feel like a lot of people have been backing the wrong ponies. Let that settle in. This is just going to be a long-range, comfortable commuter, right? Long-range, comfortable cruiser. Okay, guys? We have the fast wheel that is coming. But that said, reported speed, 93 miles an hour. Not free spin, but this is a potential real-world riding speed. And if that is a potential real-world riding speed that they are talking about, it means that they have figured something like another 15-20% of overhead into what that is, because that's just how they have in the past built their wheels. They could be doing something different now, but I don't believe it. The way that the aesthetic looks from the pictures that we've seen, kind of the silhouetted pictures that we've seen, it kind of feels like a mixture of the V13 roll cage elements, that kind of aesthetic, with the V12S future styling, but with like harder lines. It seems like it's got kind of an updated bumper. The silhouette gives this rugged yet very contemporary, modern sort of feel. Overall, it looks like it's going to be amazing. I'm kind of curious about who's going to end up over there trying to test this wheel. I do find it funny that they are doing a very similar campaign. I'm pretty sure that they had this planned already, but it is funny to see them executing it, and the timeline does beg the curiosity as to whether or not this is a reactionary method of promotion or if this was actually part of the plan the whole time. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Was this a reactionary speed run that they're doing just to put it in Begode's face, or is this what it was going to be the entire time? Would you ride the P6? Would you take it all the way to 90 plus miles an hour? Let me know in the comments below, guys. We've got one more bit of news to get into before I get out of here, and I want to hit that real quick. KingSong, KingSong, KingSong. They have been quiet generally with the public, except for a couple of relaunch things that they've done. And then, of course, the F-18, which I feel like has fallen flat for a lot of people. Having such a high voltage platform that was capped at 43 miles an hour definitely left people really wanting more. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them. But I just want to let you guys know that in a Telegram group that I'm in, the PEV Connection Telegram group, big up to Mike and Rob down here in Clearwater, Florida, they handled a secondhand KingSong wheel issue, and it seems like KingSong went above and beyond in the customer support area. It left such a strong impression that that they are actually committed, that they are doubling down, whereas Begode has kind of said, they've left a void in the hearts of these distributors, right? Like, they kind of have. And so it looks like KingSong is really trying to go above and beyond with that customer service. And they left such a strong impression, right? With the guys, that it looks like we may end up getting inventory, at least a couple of demos maybe locally. The F-18 is going to be coming to the shop just to take a look at it, right? It's worth noting that the S-22 for a long time was the preeminent wheel, was the dominant wheel for all of the electric unicycle riders that would frequent Santos and Ocala. And it's kind of a sweet, rounded story to hear that, a sweetheart story to hear that these guys who used to ride these S-22s all the time, and that was like kind of the community wheel, have ended up getting this wonderful customer service from KingSong that has inspired them to want to carry the product again. And, good for you, KingSong. I'm actually kind of excited about that. Let's hope that the F-18 really has a strong showing, and you know what? I'm rooting for KingSong, guys. I really am. I don't want to see him fold. I'd love to see the big four doing what they do and doing it well, because I feel like it keeps the other three in check, generally speaking. I mean, we got Extreme Bull now, so it's the big five, but I really feel like all of them doing well is important for everybody. A lot of good stuff going on in the EUC world right now, guys. Remember, helmet mirror, they may equal brain health. The Begode Race shipping updates, we got progress. The InMotion P6 design, it's exciting. And KingSong customer support is like a revival. It's a good time to stay optimistic, guys, even amidst drama and uncertainty. I almost forgot. Like, subscribe, share, help me overthrow the algorithm, guys.